You guys ready to talk a little football?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I'd rather talk about Snoop, but okay, if we must.
We're going to break down today Browns offense versus Falcons defense. Just before we start the conversation, a couple of numbers to give it context. Browns defense, this is amazing. They're ranked 5th in total offense. 5th.
Mm-hmm.
Falcons
and they
defense,
want to fire the defensive coordinator.
No, I'm sorry, Browns offense.
Oh, I thought you said the defense.
Yeah.
I may have.
Right.
Their offense is ranked 5th in total offense. The Falcons defense is ranked 25th. So it looks like, because we talked on Tuesday, yesterday, that this
That's
might be
based
one of
on
those
yards.
games. Total yards.
Total
and it's
yards,
3 games, and it's really a hogwash stat.
Right.
The difference between 25th and 5th is a couple hundred yards.
Right.
Okay.
It could
But
change in 1 week.
Right, but that's where it is right now. The interesting thing to me is we had talked yesterday about how the defense at the beginning of the season said we've got to carry the torch for 11 weeks.
Yes.
Now it looks like Myles Garrett, we don't know if he's going to play Sunday, but it looks like he's certainly not a season-ending injury.
Yeah.
He's got a shoulder issue. He's got a bicep issue. He's got some bumps and bruises. But is this going to be one of those games where the defense doesn't have to stand out and the offense can just get this done, outscore them 30-27 or whatever, and move on?
I don't know about that. I don't, because I think that the Atlanta Falcons have some pieces that can be problems. Like Drake London is doing really well as a rookie, but he's not even the guy that I'm worried about. If Myles Garrett doesn't play, it's going to be a problem. Because Myles Garrett, although he doesn't have statistically, he's not doing anything because they're double teaming and triple teaming him.
Yeah.
What a lot of teams are
freeing
doing,
other guys up.
Yeah, what a lot of teams are doing is they're keeping their tight ends in the chip block and then release. If you telling me Myles Garrett isn't in and Kyle Pitts doesn't have to chip block,
that's big.
Nah, it's a problem. Yeah. And on top of that, JOK's banged up. JOK would have been perfect for Cordell Patterson if he ran routes out of the backfield or anything like that, because you got a safety-type body that plays linebacker who's actually athletic enough to stay with Cordell Patterson.
Yeah.
But if he's banged up and he can't go, that's a problem. So now you got Cordell Patterson and Kyle Pitts. Cordell Patterson came off of his best rushing game last week with like 141 yards rushing.
Yeah.
And then Kyle Pitts got going last week.
He's averaging 6.2 yards a carry.
So it's it's a little scary to me. Miles, I know we thinking longevity, and I get it, but your presence out on the field will be missed if he's not there.
Sure. It's a sprained shoulder and a strained bicep.
Yeah, and I don't know what the difference is.
And then some bumps and bruises.
Do you know what the difference is? Anybody?
No.
Between a sprain and a strain?
Yeah, I mean,
I would say
it's probably grades.
It's a grade of a tear.
Yeah, or a pull.
Right.
Yeah, or a pull.
So I'd be surprised if he plays. I think we'd all be surprised if he plays this week.
Yeah.
I mean, he's Myles Garrett. He was carved out of a mountain, I think.
Yeah.
But so you never know. I won't count him out until we know for sure.
I'd rather long play it.
Yeah,
I'd rather long
make
play
sure
it too.
But you know he's going to want to play. He's that type of guy.
I don't like bicep strains because bicep strains turn into bicep tears.
Yeah,
and then he's out for the year.
Yeah, then you got TJ Watt.
But here's the thing. This game is weird to me for this reason. I know you guys have been high on the Falcons defense. I'm not. I don't think it's that good.
They only got two guys. AJ Terrell and Grady Jarrett.
I mean, they're ranked 25th.
Offense.
Okay. Their offense, I think, can
I think it's okay, but they still don't have a good quarterback. Marcus Mariota's not very good.
He ain't doing bad this season.
I mean, he's got as many picks as he has touchdowns.
This is the thing about it, though. And I thought about this last night. What's the one thing that we was worried about on defense for the first 2 weeks? Communication in the defensive back room, right? When you play a scrambling quarterback, you don't want to play man. It's the Michael Vick effect.
Yeah,
they playing man. They're not playing you, so run the ball.
Yeah.
If Marcus Mariota still has that running ability, which he does, that'll be dangerous. So now you're almost forced to play zone all game so you can have eyes on the quarterback.
So
now they really have to communicate.
Right. Plus you're going to get no pressure.
And now you ain't going to get no pressure.
Right.
So
and that's the thing.
That's the problem
Do you think they'll
that
play
I'm scared
man?
about. I think they're gonna have to. They have to sprinkle it in a little bit, but you're gonna have to.
Not as much as last week.
Yeah, no, it can't. Because Marcus Mariota go for 200 yards rushing.
Here's the weird thing about this game is that both of these teams' offenses are built to run the ball and throw short passes, not throw it downfield.
Right.
So running the ball, because they both can run the ball well, and neither team can. Well, the Browns, because of the injuries, probably won't be good against the run, and we know the Falcons are terrible against the run. So both teams are going to want to run. They're going to throw short passes. So even though both defenses, the Falcons defense stinks and the Browns defense is a problem this week because of the injuries, I don't know if it's going to be a high-scoring game because I think the clock's going to run a lot because you're going to see short passes and runs, and that makes the clock go. I don't think there's going to be a lot of deep downfield throws by either team.
That plays into the Browns' hands with a running clock.
Yeah.
As long as they can control the ball and
the Falcons' defense got like the Seahawks, who don't have a good running game, ran all over them last week. Between Penny and Travis Homer and the rookie, I can't think of his name right now in the Seahawks. Kenneth Walker.
Yeah,
they ran all over them. And they got run all over in 2 of their 3 games against, the first week it was Alvin Kamara, but like the Falcons will not be able to stop the Browns' run at all.
I'm going to go out on, it ain't even a limb. I'm going to say this. They ain't going to be able to stop the pass. I'm telling you right now, Jacoby Brissett is good, bro. Like, you know that right now. He's good.
No, he is.
Like, he's not good.
No, he's good.
He's a backup quarterback.
You can.
He's playing good.
Hey, you can transform. It ain't no rule that say you can't.
How many quarterbacks all of a sudden become good at 30?
Put it to you this way.
I saw Kurt Warner go from playing in the Arena League to like, dang, that's Kurt Warner.
I would tell
not
you.
saying he.
Yeah,
Kurt
but we've
Warner.
had a long body of
But that
work
wasn't at
of
30
Jacoby.
years
But I
old.
would tell you this. Really, any quarterback that's under Kevin Stefanski's system tends to do pretty well. I mean,
I thought everybody was blaming Kevin Stefanski for Baker.
Nick Mullins came in.
That's a great point.
on a Raiders game in a COVID
he
game.
had
and
Case
he
Keenum
played
looking
really
good.
well. Yeah,
in Minnesota.
There's different levels of good, guys.
What you
there's
mean?
different levels.
Good.
Every quarterback that's played under Kevin Stefanski's had pretty good seasons.
Bull,
or
let's
games.
drill down. So
Yeah.
good. Is that top 10? Top 16? Where you're top half?
Right now,
Top half.
Right now, he's
So
playing.
wait a second. You're telling me that if Jacoby Brissett played the whole season, you think he'd be a top 15 quarterback at the end of the year?
He gonna play the majority of this season.
Come on. You guys out of your mind.
Hold on, watch this.
Yeah.
Watch this.
You guys are out of your
Are
mind.
you not watching it right now?
He's 2 games.
Three.
He played like crap in the first game.
And he got a bunch of pass interference calls too.
Let me ask you this question.
Tyvis, he's played 2 good games. Let's not get carried away here.
If he plays great this game,
You don't see the
and he's throwing the ball.
If we're going to throw around the word great, let's
I
say
said
good.
wait,
You said good.
I said
Okay.
good. Yeah.
He hasn't played a great game in his career, ever. Great?
He threw 4 touchdowns,
He threw
no
4
interceptions
touchdowns.
once.
Okay, once in his
He has
career.
one
Sorry.
great
All right,
game in his
that's all.
career.
One time,
It
but he's-
showed that he has the ability.
But what is he, 28 and 32 as a starter?
Guys, I'm just saying let's be realistic about how he is. He's playing well. I give you that.
But I'm saying,
what
is going to fall apart?
But don't turn him into a top 15
What did we say
quarterback.
that was blasphemous to you?
Because saying he's going to be a top 15 quarterback, the guy's been a backup for a
What
reason,
is he?
no?
What is he?
What, Kevin, 2 weeks ago, we're all saying Kevin Stefanski should be benched as the play caller. Now he's some genius?
Wait a minute.
Give me a break.
Right now, Bull,
Yeah.
where would you rank, out of 32 quarterbacks, where would you put him?
Based on how they played the last 2 weeks,
Yeah.
Yes.
or if I were starting a team today, where would I put him?
Off the last 3 weeks. There's 3 weeks in
I
the
mean, I
season.
don't know. I'm not watching every other quarterback to do it off the top of my head, but what's his name? Aaron Rodgers didn't have a big game this week. You taking him over Aaron Rodgers? Of course not.
Aaron Rodgers ain't playing with. No quarterback is playing really well.
I think Adam's calling
Yes,
you
if
guys
you
If you think
prisoner
about it,
of moment.
Tom Brady's not playing great. Aaron Rodgers is not playing great. And these
There's
are
plenty of
two of the
quarterbacks
greatest
playing
quarterbacks
great.
we've
Josh
seen.
Allen's got over 1,000 yards in 3 games.
That's Josh Allen.
Hold on.
You said nobody was playing great.
Joe Burrow threw 4 picks in the first.
I know he played a bad game. You would you rather have Jacoby Brissett?
Yes.
No,
He
now
ain't-
stop
he
it.
ain't turning the ball.
Stop
He
it.
ain't turning
Are
the
you
ball
out of your
over.
mind?
Let me ask
And the
you.
worst
Man,
take in the
Bull-
history of UCSF.
Wait, I got to give Bull credit here.
I didn't say that.
I've got to give credit. Bull just deftly, like an attorney, backed you into a Perry Mason move. And you took the bait.
I was trying to stop
You
him.
took the
I was
bait. I know you
all
were.
in.
I know you
I
were.
said,
Don't
come
go
over
there.
here. Come back
I
over
was
here.
all in. I couldn't come
Bull
out.
just made you say you would take Brissett over Joe Burrow. Congratulations, you just passed the bar.
He evaded
No,
you.
listen. The truth is, Jacoby Brissett for the last 2 weeks has done exactly what they've wanted him to do. Perfectly.
right. Yeah.
But I think we got to be realistic
We
that
do a
every
little
time
bit.
he's played a lot, his play starts to go downhill. Now, maybe it won't happen this year. Maybe it won't. But in the past, when he's been exposed over
Well-
time, his play has gone downhill.
But I will say this.
Yeah.
The reason why this is different is because this is the best O-line he played under.
He played for the Colts. They had a great
They're
O-line.
not
was
like that.
decent.
It's not like this. The Browns get
G-Bush.
on the ground.
He's doing this because the Browns have the #1 run offense.
Thank you.
in football.
Exactly.
Yes.
And so if there's always a question, chicken or egg, everybody's like, you've got to establish the run before you can pass.
Yes.
What we're seeing here with this offense is they are not just a threat to run it, they've proven they will run it down any team's throat.
The Browns have
what does that do to the back end of the defense?
Makes you stack the box, clears up the pitch.
And that makes short throws
Easy.
with an accurate quarterback suddenly look like Joe Montana.
The Browns have an
Yes.
all-time great running game.
Yes.
Yeah.
All-time great.
And that has led to
and
Jacoby playing
yes,
better.
any quarterback is going to be helped by this system.
How many times is they asking him to throw a game? What is he average? 20?
28.
And
No,
still,
he was 22
the
of
bottom
29.
line is he's played well for 2 games, very well. But it's been 2 games against the Jets, who are awful, and against the Steelers without their best player.
That's fact.
Facts.
Right?
That's true.
And I don't want to crush Jacoby. I'm fine with him playing. He's played better than I expected. I think he will continue to play at a solid level. But when the competition gets better, it's going to be harder for him to.
Do you need to see it? If you need to see it against the Buccaneers, the Bills, and if you see
if he plays at this, like, he ain't never going to play like Deshaun Watson can play. We all know that.
No.
Right? But if he can play at this level against Kansas City and Tampa Bay, not every game, because you're not going to play well every game.
Right.
But if he could play consistently, fairly consistently against the better teams,
They'll
I'm
get to
gonna
6.
I'm gonna tell you
They'll
what
get there where they need to be.
I'm gonna know about Jacoby Brissett when this situation comes. If the Browns, God forbid, if the Browns go down 14 points and it turns into a 7-7,
Right, then they're in
I'll
trouble.
give you that.
now the ball he has to
I'll
make
give
the
you that.
throws.
Well,
and everybody knows it's passing
then
down.
it's trouble.
Then we gotta.
You know what that also does, though? That neutralizes the run game.
Exactly.
And
Right.
all of a sudden
It's
now
him.
it's going to be
Yes.
on his shoulders.
Exactly.
But they haven't been in that situation
Not
at
at
all.
all.
No, now
Yeah.
they were in that situation for a minute against Carolina, and he made 2 terrific throws.
Yes, he did.
He got some help with one call
With the
and
penalty.
maybe some help with a non-call.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is, that's the only time we've seen him under
Have to throw.
absolute pressure. Now,
Yeah.
yes, in the Jets game, he had 22 seconds. He did throw the pick.
Yeah.
It was really the only bad throw he made all day. But you're right. When they're down 14, this team is not built to come back from that.
You're right. And I'll go with a step further. I heard Ross Tucker on the radio yesterday.
Ross is great.
He love him to death.
Yeah.
He said love him. He says if Jacoby Brissett is 9-2.
Man, kick rocks with that,
Oh,
man.
stop.
I'm tired.
You
tired of
see
people.
how
Don't
he
even
already
finish
started?
the statement,
He
man.
said if
Because I'm
they-
sick.
he
I don't
said-
care if Jacoby
First of all,
Brissett
He said
is
if
10-1.
no, hold on, it gets better. It gets worse.
Yeah.
He said if Jacoby Brissett is 9-2, there's no way
Cut it
you
out.
can hand the ball to Deshaun
Cut it
Watson.
out. Yes,
First
you
of
do.
all,
There's
no way they
240
go
million,
92 with
230
First of all,
million
they
reasons
gotta
why
cut
they
Beyond
do it.
the absurdity of
They
that
gotta
statement,
cut
I
this
love
out.
Ross Tucker.
I love Ross.
Cut it out.
The Browns ain't going to be 9-2. We all know the Browns are not going to be 9-2.
I don't care
Well,
if they
what
was
if they are?
10-1. They not.
But even if they are,
Yeah.
I don't give a rat's ass. Deshaun Watson is playing.
Now,
I don't know why
the
people
pundits will
really
say,
doing that.
why are you going to mess with that chemistry?
What
Oh,
you mean?
Those people are idiots.
They gotta cut. Listen, these is the same people that praise, Josh Dobbs season. Josh Dobbs is
Yeah,
this
well,
guy.
we knew what that was.
And
Let
if
him-
you like Josh Dobbs,
Let him be Tom
Deshaun Watson is Josh Dobbs with 10 times better. Like, what are you talking about?
Let
Yeah.
Jacoby Brissett beat Tom Brady.
G. Bush, what are
They
you?
would riot.
G. Bush, so what are you're Kevin Stefanski? They're 9-2. What are you doing?
I'm rolling Deshaun out there.
I would be sick to my stomach a little bit because despite what people saying, it's a great thing to have 2 great quarterbacks.
No, it's not.
That's that O State syndrome.
You got 2, you got none.
Y'all got 3 quarterbacks. That worked out terrible in the 4 years. They had to move one to receiver. The other one didn't go to the draft. No.
Yeah, it was messy. It got messy.
I would have to have Deshaun Watson.
Of course.
I'm already
By
down
the way,
road.
percentage chance the Browns are 9-2.
2. 2%.
Less than 5.
12.
Let's do this.
12%?
0.1.
12.
I'm saying point one.
The Browns are playing really good football right now. Every team around the country.
Are they, though?
They are.
Are they?
It's not bad. I mean, they're up.
There's a big difference between playing really well and not bad.
You know what? The only issue.
They're acceptable
The
right now.
only issue the Browns have is finishing games
Special teams,
and special teams.
secondary. Defensive interior.
What you receive?
Injuries.
At the end of
second
it,
receiver.
wait a minute.
A second receiver.
Out of everything he just named,
Yeah.
how many games have the Browns started the fourth quarter leading?
All of them.
Exactly.
But
Look who they've played and who they're going to
Fortunately
play.
for the Browns, the game doesn't end at 3 quarters.
Yeah.
Look at the
true.
graphic
It's true.
on the screen.
Yeah,
real
look
quick.
at that.
This tells you everything.
And
That is, you know what?
It's
That
really
is
a
really
shame.
impressive.
It's-
Wow.
Okay. Is it fair to say that the 4 teams they've played, including the game coming this week, are amongst the worst 10 teams in the
Yes,
league?
they're the
right?
bottom 10
Yes.
for sure.
Okay. Well, after that, the next 7 teams you're playing, 6 of them are probably top 10 teams in the league.
You're right.
So
At worst, top
are y'all
15.
saying that they don't have a shot against
No.
these teams?
They
We're
don't
saying
know.
let's wait and see.
They don't have a shot to go 9-2. I mean, I don't think anybody's going to be 9-2. I doubt there'll
Tyvis,
be
you
any
missed
team
this
in the league
yesterday.
that's 9-2.
So there's 32 teams in the league.
Yeah.
Now, I want you to get your mind around this.
Okay, I played for a quarter of them. Go ahead.
I know you have. You got a lot of hats in your closet. Bro, there's 29 teams
Okay.
that are 2-1 or 1-2.
Okay.
There are 2 teams 3-0, and there is 1 team 0-3.
And that 0-3 team is probably not terrible. They'll probably
No,
win.
and the
Raiders.
2 teams that are 2-0,
With 3-0.
Philly at 3-0, Philly and Miami, nobody had them as the last undefeateds.
True.
No.
Nobody.
True.
No.
So what we're saying is the league is mediocre salad
Yeah, that's
right
right.
now.
That's
Nobody
right.
has
Because
emerged, not even the Bills.
everybody's still trying to figure things out.
You know why? Because nobody plays in the damn preseason. That's why.
That's it.
I bet you nobody's.
That's a fact.
I would bet there's nobody that's 9-2.
That is
After
and
11
they-
games.
You know,
Not
they
one
want,
team.
They
There
want to
might
get
be.
rid of preseason games. They want to do
Nine-
just joint practice.
It might as
9-2
well
is
because nobody
hard.
plays in the
9-2
preseason
is
games.
stiff.
Nah, they can't do that.
Even if they had Deshaun Watson, I wouldn't pick them to be 9-2. Their schedule's tough. I don't think anybody in the league's going to be 9-2.
Listen,
I really don't.
There usually is a team 9-2.
There's usually one.
Yeah.
But
to
I'm
go
saying
back
this
and
year, I
answer
don't
the
think there will be.
question, when Deshaun Watson is eligible to play, he's playing.
Of
Why?
course.
Why? Because he opens up a whole different set of your playbook. I think
Yeah.
right now the playbook is kind of limited. With Deshaun Watson, you can open up quarterback. You can order up RPOs,
Bro, Jimmy
read
Haslam
options. It's all this other
will
things.
stroke out. He will stroke out if Jacoby Brissett runs onto that field in Houston
Hey, yo,
to
bro.
start the game.
Hey,
He will
facts.
literally
Facts.
be done.
First of all, they would never do that.
And then we're stuck with
Never.
You
know-
stuck with JW.
No, because you see, this is what you'd see. They'd take Haslam for a reaction shot in the press box, and he'd be like this.
Listen.
Get me Stefanski now.
Listen.
I want
That
my $230 million
that
toy
game-
on the
Go
field.
give Jacoby Brissett some rebates and get him the hell out of here.
There's no way that they would jog Jacoby Brissett. First of all, the TV ratings is gonna be through the roof for that game. It ain't nobody tuned in.
And
to
the
see
Texans
Jacoby
fans
Brissett
would be
versus
caught off
Houston.
guard. They'd be booing, and Brissett would come out.
I'm gonna tell you what, you're gonna have people. You know, people in the city. You're gonna have people. If he plays,
Oh, they definitely.
By the way,
yeah, they gonna
this-
say that.
We shouldn't even be having this conversation because it's stupid. But 6 weeks from now, we're going to look back at this conversation and say, "Do you believe people were having?"
right. We'll go back.
You never. It's a tricky league. You never
Right.
know.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So, do we think he can continue to play at this high a level? That's the question.
This is the thing.
Because he is playing above his
So this is the thing.
arc right now.
What I'm gonna tell you is this: Amari Cooper looks like the Amari Cooper that we all thought.
Right.
Back
For one
when.
game, he did.
But no, for the past two couple of
He
games.
just ain't had get the chance to get the
I think
rock.
he had one catch, 3 catches,
But he
9
had-
catches.
It was a long
But
one.
this is
Amari?
Amari.
Yeah.
Yeah,
had-
he has back-to-back 100-yard games.
Yeah, I'm about to say, what are you talking
Okay,
about?
all right.
Yeah.
Shoot me down.
Anyways, Amari Cooper is looking amazing. David Njoku has looked amazing.
Now, Joku for
Now,
one
you
game.
will give
For
it-
one game.
Joku was MIA
For
for
one
2
game.
games.
Okay. What I
Although he's a
will
blocking
say
machine.
is this: as a defensive guy, defensive coordinator is going to say, we have to stop Amari Cooper. Okay.
He's your poison.
If Amari Cooper is stopped with two players on him at all times,
Who steps up?
Exactly.
Who is it?
That's the question.
But that's my question
And
to
that
you.
would
Who-
slow down Jacoby Brissett.
I say it's the only other guy that's really shown anything, and that's DPJ.
And he's not getting much separation.
Exactly.
No, he's not.
So
but
that's
he's going to have to step up because it's
So-
not going to be Schwartz.
That's what I'm saying. Answer your question. It would slow. If defenses scheme up Amari Cooper and they find a way to stop the run and they put the ball in Jacoby Brissett's hand and Amari Cooper's not the option he can go to because, like he said, Amari Cooper gets a lot of separation. I don't know.
And by the way, what is this level? I mean, he's averaging less than 200 yards per game.
No, here's what he is right now,
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
He's the starting pitcher that comes in and gives you 6 innings every time,
Yep.
and he gives up a run or two and keeps your team in the game.
Yes.
Don't
And
walk
that's what we
nobody.
need him to be. We need him to give us quality starts. And
Yeah.
here's who he is, really.
He's the soft tossing
He's a
fourth
high
starter.
percentage check down Charlie who's not throwing the ball more than the sticks down the field. He's throwing
Right.
10-yard passes
Yeah.
down the
And he-
field.
right.
And you know what?
But he's
with
never
this run
been a-
game, that can be enough.
Yeah, I mean, he's completing about 2/3 of his passes, which
He
is
is.
way higher
He's
than
never done
any
that.
time in his career. Can he play like he's played the last 2 games? I don't.
Not
I don't
consistently,
think,
I think
I
you're
don't.
saying.
game is y'all worried about though? Like,
Well, listen, the competition gets real in a minute.
okay, yeah, okay. So after Atlanta,
After Atlanta,
who's
it gets.
next?
Well, you've seen the
The
schedule.
Chargers.
Is it the
You've
Char-
got the Chargers. You've
Okay.
got the Patriots.
but the Chargers don't
You've got
look like
the Bengals,
they-
the Ravens, the Buccaneers.
I'm not worried about the Bengals. The Chargers. The Chargers don't look like the team that they were supposed
No,
to be.
because Herbert's hurt.
And it's just not looking like everything's
I think-
clicking
I
right
think-
now.
Titus, you're making it seem as if the Browns are playing some magnificent football right
I'm
now.
not saying they are. So what I'm saying is nobody is. So, if they're
Tyvis,
if they have a
Tyvis.
chance to beat a team, it would be now. where
Nobody
they have
is.
nobody
because
figured it out.
What I deduce from the first 3 weeks of the season is it's actually been the preseason.
But there are guys
I
playing
mean, they're
good
working out.
football.
Everybody's working out kinks.
Who's playing good football?
The Dolphins, the Patriots, the Eagles, the Bills. I know the
Okay,
Bills
so-
lost
so-
this week, but their
okay,
offense
so-
is
so-
great.
so